Maybe planting with puppies wasn't a great idea.
He said, but maybe it was.
Oh, hey girl, what is going on, y'all? This is Jason and my big help Holly over here at Cog Hill Farm. And boy, we got a special day today. The sun is out. It is a gorgeous day, even though the temperatures have started to drop a little bit on us. It's still a beautiful, beautiful day. No rain, no gloomy, and I just love the sun, don't we, girl? And you know what else loves the sun? Those little puppies. So we're gonna let the boys out, Bandit and Rocky. We're gonna let them out today and see if they'll help us do what needs to be done today. And let me tell you guys what that is. We are going to be in the fruit orchard and we're going to finish out our fruit orchard. And this will be it for a while. Honestly, we got 4 more rows. Now, if you guys remember, about a month ago, me and Brooke built these berms. If you don't know what a berm is, it's kind of it's that little hump. See that? We got a swale, which it's hard to see because of the fabrics in there, but we got a swale right here, which is just like a ditch. And then we got a berm and we got another swale on this side. So it makes this little hump, ditch, and a ditch. And that swale helps us with retaining water and helps us with erosion. Once we get the grass all planted here, that's going to make a big difference too with erosion. But the berm and swale system really does a great job. And we got 4 rows we got to plant out here in the fruit orchard to finish it up. While I'm in the fruit orchard, let me just give you guys a rundown of what's going on in here and what we're doing in here for those that don't know. This is our blackberry row, and look at here. Look at the flowers. We got buds right there, y'all. And we're growing our blackberries on a trellis system. So what that means is I just cut everything out except 2 canes. You can see I got this cane here, and I got this cane here. This first cane right here goes all the way up to this top wire. I'm keeping it cut here, forcing it to branch, and I'm gonna have a branch that goes this way. As you can see, I got a small one right here that's gonna start going down this wire, and it will meet this one, and it'll go this all the way down, as you guys can see. Everything else is gonna stay clean and cut. I wanna keep all this off. So I got this little piece here, don't want that. Now, I gotta come prune, and that's the downside to it is, it is a little bit of work. But my second cane goes to my bottom wire, same concept, cut. I got a branch going here, I got a branch going here. So all my branches are gonna be grown on 2 wires. So what that does is just forces all the energy into these 2 branches here and those 2 branches up there, and it'll load it with berries. And look how easy the picking's gonna be. Look at that, just so easy to pick these blackberries. They're not running wild, they're not falling over, you're not gonna get your hands ate all up with thorns. But my trellis system ends right here, and we got about 55 foot left. And so we're gonna plant some more blackberries here, but I think I'm gonna do a different variety than these Kiowas, is which we're growing here. I think we're gonna do a thornless variety, maybe Natchez or something like that here, but I'll ask Jason at Petals from the Past what he thinks, and then we'll set up another trellis system and finish that row on out. These are our blueberries. You can see these guys are starting to bud out. We're probably about a year or 2 away from having an awesome blueberry row here, but for now everything's kind of small. Matter of fact, we just planted these in the fall, but we got blooms. Everything's looking great here in the blueberry patch. Next up is the figs. This is where we're had some issues. You guys remember we had that flash freeze in December where it got down in the negatives, and that just doesn't happen that often here in central Alabama. Single digits doesn't happen that often here. Wind chill and negatives are extremely rare here. And so my figs were not really established enough to handle it. Now, that's the bad. The good is that I got green growth down here on my figs. So these are not dead. Just the limbs that I were training, they were gonna be my future fruit setting limbs where these were going to produce fruit and would continue to get bigger and expand on out. They're gone, so I'm just going to lop these off. So basically I'm just kind of starting all over again when it comes to figs. And even these little bitty ones we planted late last year, and we got green growth on these figs. This is the Colonel Lipsum Black Cross and my Alma fig down there. Cranberry looks awesome. My apple trees are looking awesome. You can start seeing some budding on there. Oh yes, we're probably gonna have some fruit this year, which is wonderful. This way is our pears. This is an Asian pear, but you can see we're starting to get leaves here. But y'all look at this one. This one's already got blooms already. But our persimmons, I can see little buds on these guys. And of course we're training our persimmons as well. This is Moon Glow. This is a European pear. And if you guys remember, we've planted the Ayers pear twice here and it never made it. But this Moon Glow has lived through the flash freeze and is doing great. As is my Warren, my other European pear right here. All in all, the fruit orchard is doing fabulous. So now we're gonna run over to Petals from the Past, grab what we need to grab to finish out these rows. And I'm thinking about Muscadines and I'm thinking about Kiwi, and I gotta get a Blackberry, and then I'm gonna ask Jason over at Petals what he thinks else I ought to plant. And then when we get back, we're gonna let those puppies out and let them enjoy this great sunshine and see if we can't get this thing planted. What's up, boys? How y'all doing? Y'all want to show everybody what we got from Petals? You want to show everybody what we got? Yeah. Let's see here. Let's show everybody what we got. What's up, Rocky? Come on. Let's show everybody. Well, we got our kiwis, which are right here. And these are a self-fruiting kiwi, so we don't have to worry about having a male or female. And this one's called Isaiah Hardy. Then Jason recommended grapes that grow in our area, bunching grapes. And that's what we got here, some bunching grapes. Then we did go with Natchez. Man, that wind's brutal. We went with Natchez thornless blackberry. And that'll finish out our blackberry row. And if we come over here, these are our muscadines. We got a bronze variety and we got the black or deep purple variety. And these are all different. And I'll make a list of everything that we're planting down in the video description if any of you guys are interested. Oh, look at there. Oh my gracious. Yeah, Holly's a little too fast. Oh, me. But this will finish out our fruit orchard. We'll have 2 rows of muscadine. If you don't know muscadine, that's a southern grape. Then we'll finish out our blackberries. We got bunching grapes for another row. And we got a hardy kiwi for our last row. You guys excited? Who's gonna get a shovel?
I think I will.
Speaking of Petals from the Past, mark your calendars. Mark your calendars for April the 22nd, 2023, because I don't know when you may be watching this video, maybe 5 years from now or something by accident, but April 22nd, 2023, Antiques in the Garden, and a YouTube meet and greet with your favorite Alabama YouTubers, including us, all completely free. So if you want to meet us, we will be at a meet and greet in Jemison, Alabama at Petals from the Past, completely free. We'll see you guys then. Rocky. All right, Rocky, we're gonna get these blackberries first. Yeah. Oh. Come on, Rock. Come on, Rock. All right.
How you gonna wear these boys out, aren't you?
I hope they wear
Oh,
Holly.
Bandit.
Oh, Bandit. He found him a cool spot to lay, ain't he?
Look at him.
So we got some soil amendment here that we're using in the potager garden. And it's actually called raised bed soil, and it's got compost and sand and wood and all the good stuff. And we're using it to amend our hole that we're planting our fruits in. And Bandit decided that it'd make a good bed. Oh, goodness gracious, Bandit. Oh.
He said, yes, sir.
In this episode of Planting with Puppies, right? And we're going to amend that soil 1 to 1. So it'll be one part of our native soil and one part of that amendment. And we want our hole.
Yes.
We want our hole twice as wide as our plant. So it should all work out.
Oh, Rocky's found it.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yay, look.
Bandits, go ahead and start digging for me.
Jason.
Bandit. Look out, Chief.
He said, just wait a minute. How
Look
deep
out.
do you need it?
He's trying to make him a little cool spot.
Come here, buddy.
As cool as it is outside, and you trying to find a cool
He's got
spot.
a wool coat on.
I guess you do have a wool coat on. Maybe planting with puppies wasn't a great idea.
He said, but maybe it was. Look, here's your pot, buddy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
he got a stick.
Appreciate that there, buddy. Got him something, didn't he? Yeah. I see you, buddy. I see you. And we will we'll come back and install the trellis system after we get them planted. I may let you boys stay inside that day.
What? We may let you stay inside.
Oh, me. All right, so planting tips. Make the hole twice the size of your plant root ball. And before you plant your plant, gently loosen the roots up because they're usually in a tight ball. A little bit of root bound going on there. But don't rip them out, and just be gentle with it. Or at least that's what I like to do. Just be gentle with it, then plant it, and that'll allow it just to start spreading itself on out. Don't go too deep. It's a lot worse to plant it too deep than it is to plant it too shallow. You want to try to make it just even with the top of your ground or your soil, or about that much higher. Don't want to go too deep because it'll tendency to rot, or it may just stun its growth and it won't grow altogether. Also, you see I'm adding the 1-to-1 ratio of compost and my native soil. And you also, guys, you saw me adding some little white pellets to the ground. That is lime. I had my soil tested when we first moved here, and we have very acidic soil. So I need to add lime to my soil. But do not add lime to your soil unless you have it tested, because you could be doing more damage than good. So always have your soil tested before you add anything like lime to your soil. And it doesn't hurt to have your soil tested anyways. Usually just check with your county extension office they'll guide you in the direction to go with that, and it really, really can be a big help to you and your garden and fruit orchard. Hey Rock, you ready to do the Muscadines, or are you ready to take a nap? Oh.
Whatever Mama says.
Decisions.
Whatever Mama says.
There you go. So Jason, you added lime. What about fertilizer? I will fertilize these guys when I see a rain in the forecast. It's not going to rain for several days, and there's a chance if I add fertilizer to it now, it could burn it, and I don't want to burn the plants. And I'm just going to use a general all-purpose fertilizer. You can use a 1010, 888, 13. I'm just going to do that for the first year. And then after the first year, then I'll move to a fruit fertilizer. But right now, I'm just more concerned about growing a vine or a tree or whatever it is for that first year. I'm not worried about fruit right now. Next year, I'll worry about fruit. Right now, I'm just worried about root growth. Now, if there's one thing that I love that reminds me of my childhood, that probably southeastern kids remember, because this is a native grape to the south. I don't think people up north even know what a muscadine is. It is a muscadine grape, and oh my gosh, my granddaddy always had muscadines growing. He had a river house, and he had the house in town. Now the house in town had this huge, oh, you call it a pergola. I really don't know if it's really a pergola.
It's a square or rectangle type
Granddad's was a rectangle
trellis system.
Yeah.
That was pretty tall. Now I don't remember your granddaddy's, but
right.
The one I remember was tall, and it just covered that.
Covered it.
That support system that was designed to hold these muscadines. The one I remember was in the neighborhood I grew up in, and it was across the street from me, and you could literally walk up under it. Of course, raise your arms up and then put somebody on your shoulders and still have room. But it was almost like it was complete darkness up under it.
It was. That's how Granddad's was. We loved playing under it as a kid. I guess in theory they thought the muscadines would hang down. You could pick them, but they didn't.
No,
it was a terrible way to grow them.
It was, because I can remember being able to pick the ones off the side.
Yes.
But you just look up and think, oh, if I could just reach those.
You had to have a ladder.
Yeah, or a really tall kid with some strong shoulders.
But yeah, it was crazy. Granddad's was rectangle. I guess it was like 20 foot by 10 foot. I don't know. I can't remember. But it was like the showcase in his backyard. When you walked in the backyard, it's the first thing you saw was that huge muscadine trellis system. But we're not going to grow ours like that. We're going to grow ours very similar to the Blackberries, except it'll be a single wire. A single wire and one vine. Everything else will be cut out.
So you and I are going back probably 40 years in remembering this.
Yeah.
Reckon what they'll design to grow them on in 40 years from now?
Who knows?
Maybe they'll be growing them in space by that time.
Yeah, who knows? All right, let's get these suckers planted. And the same thing applies. We're going to dig our hole twice as big as our root ball. I'm going to add 1-to-1 amendments. The compost soil we got over there, and I'm going to add a little bit of lime to my soil because I do have acidic soil here on the 40.
Well, looks like they got the message that we're fixing to get back to
here
work.
Here they come. Look. They're on the way.
Bandit said he's not digging anymore.
I'm getting under the truck in the
it's
shade.
It's Rocky's turn. That's a good idea. Y'all could just sit back and watch this time. Right, Holly?
Holly's not. Holly has no stop button.
Until she goes in the house.
Until she goes, yep, that's right. Then it cuts off.
Then it cuts off. As long as they don't chew any wires up under the truck, we're okay.
We're good, that's right. This is why I married my wife, not only for her gorgeous good looks, but also her brains. She put the tractor in the middle here. She got a hole here ready for me. She got a hole cut out here ready for me. And she said I can do 2 at the same time. Dig this one, compost it, dig this one, compost it, on to the next one. That's thinking right there, Brooke. Just thinking. So, you just informed me that you think that we ought to reward ourselves with an ice cream cone.
We've earned it.
We have earned it. Absolutely, that is true. I don't know what I'm gonna get either, but homemade ice cream or a homemade ice cream cone sounds absolutely fabulous right now. And we have earned it, there's no doubt. Speaking of earning it, the puppies tapped out on us about 2 rows ago. And then Brooke had to go put them up. They were done for the day. Wore out. I don't know where Holly don't wear out. She's over yonder.
Holly didn't get wore out till the day is done.
I don't want to know what she's found. Oh goodness. Well, we got the bunching grapes done. The muscadines are done. Now we're working on the kiwis. And the difference between, I told you the muscadine is a native grape, and I call this a bunching grape. This is the grape you typically see, you know, you think of as a big cluster of grapes. Muscadines don't grow like that, so it's not a cluster. So that's why we call these bunching grapes, and those just native grapes are muscadines. All right, so this completes our fruit orchard. Our blackberry rows done, our muscadine rows are done, our bunching grape rows are done. Now our kiwi, and I'm assuming eventually we'll skip this oak tree and then we'll go on down and we can always add more, because, you know, eventually I want to do stone fruit at some point, and we just keep on going. We just keep on going.
If you won't dance, I will.
Oh, I like you dancing.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I love it. I'm excited we got it done. I can't believe we got it done.
And we got Greg bringing us some mulch.
We do got Greg bringing mulch.
And that will allow us to get these plants mulch.
Yes.
To hold that moisture in.
And we got some seed, and we're going to start seeding everywhere too, where there's no grass growing in between the rows here, and get it all like we want it.
That's right.
Do you know that I think it's the 25th of this month is the anniversary when we bought this place?
Really?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Can you believe it's been 2 years?
Well, maybe you'll dance then.
I will. I'll dance.
March the 25th.
March the 25th.
You know what day that's on?
I know.
Let me just look. March the 25th. It's on a Saturday.
Oh, it's a good day to dance on.
Yeah, we'll just have to do a live dance.
That'll work.
Saturday, 25th
That'll work.
of March.
Absolutely.
2023.
Yeah.
Mark it on your calendar.
Mark it on your calendar.
Jason, don't film when I'm eating.
I was eating. I had ice cream all in my mouth.
Sure is good.
Is this good?
Yeah. And you know what kind I got?
We got butter pecan.
Butter pecan. You got cream cheese. Probably not many people have had cream cheese ice cream.
It's so good.
It is phenomenal.
It is really good.
I probably should have got cream cheese. Maybe I'll go back.
Well, we deserved it. That's so good. I ought to get the puppies some.
I'm afraid I would eat it before it got home.
I believe you're right.